14 Bizarre Rules of Medieval Etiquette. Books on the rules of etiquette started to appear in the Middle Ages. The court etiquette established standards of behavior. A lot of those rules applied to women. 1. Women were not supposed to talk to strangers. It was unthinkable to address a person of a higher rank first. 2. Women were not expected to talk much. 13th century writer Robert de Blois wrote,
If she speaks, someone says it is too much. If she is silent, she is reproached for not knowing how to greet people. If she is friendly, someone pretends it is for love. If she does not put on a bright face, she passes for being too proud.
3. Women were not supposed to venture out alone. It was acceptable to walk arm in arm with a female companion. Women had to team up to go to a bakehouse or to a creek for washing. They had to send their sons on an errand on their behalf. 4. Women could not be kissed in public. A kiss on the cheek from a male friend would ruin a woman's reputation. A lady could not touch hands with a man who is not of her family. Holding hands was inappropriate. 5. Ladies had rules for entering a room. When entering a room of a person of equal status, ladies had to bow. In the presence of a higher-ranking person, they had to kneel on the right knee. When presented to the monarch, they had to kneel at the door. After entering halfway through the door, they knelt again. They had to wait for a sign to come closer. 6. Ladies had to leave the room, walking backwards. They had to be careful with their dresses to avoid getting tangled up. It was unthinkable to turn one's back to a social superior. 7. Women had to keep a gracious posture. A lady had to walk with a tranquil and measured air. Robert de Blois wrote,
Ladies should walk erect, with dignity, neither trotting, nor running, nor dallying either, with their eyes fixed on the ground ahead of them.
8. Women could not go out with their heads uncovered. Women who exposed their hair were thought of as prostitutes. 9. Women had to wear long sleeves. Only a washerwoman or a farm worker could bear their arms outside. Chemise sleeves could not be seen in public. 10. Women had to be careful with lower-cut gowns. A lady's neckline could be no lower than her armpits. The undergarments had to be hidden. 11. Women could accept a limited list of gifts. The 12th century treatise, The Art of Courtly Love reads,
A lover may freely accept from her beloved these things: a handkerchief, a hairband, a circlet of gold or silver, a brooch for the breast, a mirror, a purse, a comb, gloves, a ring, a little box of scent, and toiletries.
12. Ladies had to look men in the eye. It was considered rude to avert one's gaze from a higher-ranking person. Honesty was judged by the directness of one's gaze. Turning your face away was interpreted as ill intent. 13. Everyone had to follow proper etiquette at the table. Any meal started with a chaplain saying a prayer. Higher-ranking people washed their hands at the table. A washing bowl was delivered to the guests. People of lower rank washed their hands before arriving. Everyone brought their own knife. Food was picked by a knife and removed by fingertips to eat. Napkins were placed over the left shoulder. The cup was passed around after the host took a drink. 14. Dinner plates had to be shared. For people of a lower rank, there were communal plates. 4 people typically shared one plate at a time. Guests of a higher rank were seated at the high table. They only had to share with one other person. The young helped the elderly, while men helped ladies. They broke the bread, carved the meat, and passed the cup. In the Middle Ages, most people were illiterate, including noblemen, but it didn't excuse them from observing the rules.